Hi everyone. I know it's been a while since I did one of these sit down videos. A lot of things have been changing around here, you know, being married and all that. You're like, bro, can you believe it's almost been a year since I will have been married? Oh my gosh. I was literally talking to Calvin about this the other day, like, yo, we're really married. Sometimes it hits me like, we're really married. And in 4 months, we will be married a year. I was talking to my best friend too last week. Like, bro, I'm married. What is going on? You know, time is moving by so fast. Like, bro, I literally just turned 25 last month. What the heck? So yeah, hi. A lot has been changing in my life and it's time to talk about it. Today, I'm gonna tell you some of the things I wish I knew before getting married. Like, it's not as daunting as that. It's not as daunting as that it made it seem, okay? Being married to Calvin has been a blessing. A blessing. Like, honestly, God knew what he was doing when he brought the two of us together. I wouldn't trade Calvin up for anything, any fear that I have, any doubts that I have, any grievances. Like, bro, nothing compares to the blessing of being with Calvin. Nothing. Most of those fears and grievances and doubts start within me too. You know, they start in myself. They're a reflection of what I'm insecure about, what I don't bring to God in prayer. But, you know, that's why God is continuing to work on me, reform my mind, renew my thinking, all the beautiful stuff that we let God do whenever he's living in us. Marriage is a different ballgame. Like, it really is. I feel like a lot of people think we have a nice marriage, or, you know, it's easy right now because we're 8 months in, but bro, I'm here to say, there are things we go through. I don't think any couple is exempt from that, especially since we've been together for 3 years. 3 years, like, in total. So, yeah. Let's go to the video, y'all. I wish I knew that I need to manage my moods better. Because I know that now. But, listen, I did not think it was going to be necessary. I needed to do this for us. Like, not just for me, but for him, for his well-being. Because I'm telling you, us women, we go through it. Our periods be throwing our moods off. We're in pain, so we're agitated easily. We're frustrated. Our hormones are just shifting all day, every day. It's crazy. Then there's just the things that happen in the regular world where somebody pisses you off. It won't even probably be your husband, but just somebody pissed you off and you're gonna come home and you're festering in it if you don't submit it to the Lord. And it's bad. It's a bad look. That's what I'm saying. I wish I realized that I'm not alone in this house. I'm not back in college, my senior year, where it was just me in my dorm room. I have a partner who is with me every single day. And some days, he's with me all day. Yeah, he's at work right now, but there were like 3-4 days out the week where he is with me all day. And if I am tight, not even at something he did, and I'm bringing that energy to whatever we're doing, that is not fair to him. And also, I have to explain things. I have to explain to him why I'm upset. Like, bro, you can't just be tight and not think you have to talk to the person you married, who is now one with you. You can't do that. That's not how it works. Listen too, because we were in a long distance relationship for 2 years of our relationship. All of this is just like kind of new. And I live with my mom and my siblings for all of my life. So all of this is just really new. And I'm learning every single day what I do want to do better and what I don't want to continue. If my periods are stressing me out and causing me pain to the point where I'm agitated, I need to tell him that I need space. Like, I need to tell him that I can't talk to him right now. I can't just walk out the room and slam the door and lay in bed, because he's gonna be thinking he did something to me when it has nothing to do with him. And even in the situations where I am upset with him, I had to explain that to him. And even if I am tight at something, I cannot take that out on him. Some of the mistakes I've made early on and probably still struggling with is getting upset about things that have nothing to do with Calvin at all. And he's just here. I'm just not even in the mood to be around anyone. But my husband, it's not like he can go anywhere else. I cannot use that as an excuse to treat him differently or have an attitude with him. Just considering how I'm making him feel, you know, and what exactly that's translating in this marriage. Another thing, this is a big one, and this is something that's happening in our lives currently right now, that we're living out right now. We are both terrified. It's not just me. You know, just because he's a man doesn't mean he's not scared and that he's not afraid of certain things too. We are both together and we are both experiencing a lot of things for the first time. And I really hope that us as women can learn to extend grace to men, because they need it too. We both got married young. Well, young to some people anyway. We have never been married before. This is my first everything. This is my first boyfriend, my first husband. I've never moved in with anyone, neither has he. We are both experiencing a lot of firsts together. And there are things that are freaking us out. There are things that I, as a woman, want and need from him, and he, as a man, wants and needs from me. And sometimes we're not able to meet those requests or expectations all the time. And that freaks us out. It really does. Because there are certain things that we want to give each other that we're just not able to right now, or that we're still working on figuring out. And it terrifies the both of us. There are moments where I wish I can just go back in time and just tell myself, give him some more grace, more than you've already given him, more than you think you need to give. Give him the same grace God gives you. Give him all of it, because he is still human, he is still young, he is still learning, and you are too. I was always thinking that the man should always have everything figured out, and you know, as a woman, I'm just gonna sit back and let him take care of everything. And for me, that was always a struggle, especially when I was single, because I like to be in control of things. I like to know what's happening next. I like to plan my things out. I just like to be ready and prepared for what's next and what's coming, so that I don't feel blindsided. First of all, that doesn't even work with God in the first place, because God has full control and full reign if you let him. If you want to be obedient and submissive to God, then bro, all that control that you think you have is out the window. But as a woman now, it kind of mirrors it the same way, because we are supposed to be a reflection of how God and Christ love the church, and we are the church and the husband is the head. We're submitting under our husbands now. So it is our husband's job to lead us. And sometimes your husband is figuring out how to lead. Sometimes he is seeking counsel, seeking wisdom, seeking God in prayer, asking God for confirmation and clarity. That is scary. Being responsible for someone else is a scary thing. And for me as a wife, I'm responsible for my husband's peace, his feelings, how he feels vulnerable around me. We're responsible for each other's well-being, for our security, for our safety, but that more so falls on him. What God was really trying to show me is that some of these men are figuring it out. Some of these men are in prayer, in their word. It's not like they're just taking this stuff lightly. They are really seeking the wisdom and counsel of the Lord and just waiting for his instruction. So I guess I just wish I had a little bit more grace in the area, or understanding that, yo, it's not a bad thing if someone doesn't have it all figured out, because I don't. None of us really do. Last point, God literally needs to be at the center. We have had so many arguments that started because I did not read my Bible that morning, or I didn't spend time with God in prayer that morning. I'm not even playing, bro. Not spending time with God has thrown off so many of my days that I wish I can just take back. I'm so serious. God needs to be at the center of your marriage. God needs to be at the center of your life. If he is not your foundation, you will begin to crumble. And some of our worst fights have happened because we did not spend time in prayer individually. We pray every single night before we go to bed. Every single night, even on arguments, at least one of us prays. If I did not read and pray, I'm starting fights for something that I'm upset about when I don't need to. I don't need to be upset about something that can be discussed and figured out. If I only chose to extend grace instead of quickly turn to wrath or anger, or not communicating. Calvin has been chastised by God too. Calvin has been corrected. We have come together in those moments and owned up to the things that we've done to each other and why it happened. So the other day, Calvin was working on his car. I was trying to help him, but something had happened out there and I didn't want to help him anymore. You know, I wanted to go back inside. When I came in here, the first thing I did was sit down there and read my Bible and pray. And after that, the Lord said, go back out there and apologize to him. You might have been hurt by X, Y, and Z, but go back out there and apologize to him. I did one even better. I apologized and I brought him a water. I bought him a water because he was working and it was hot out there. God literally will correct you, will lead you if you allow him to. If you sit with him in a quiet place, he will tell you how to fix whatever situation you and your spouse are in. I just wish I knew that I'm gonna have to be relying on God more than I ever have before, because it's not just me I'm dealing with another person. I'm responsible for another person's feelings. It's not just, oh my gosh, I don't want him to hurt me. I have to worry about not hurting him. Sometimes that scares me. I don't want him to feel as if I don't care about him, or if I'm just doing things that he doesn't like and I don't show remorse for it or repentance for it. I want to be the wife that he feels safe with. I want to be the wife that he comes to with vulnerabilities, that he comes to with his ideas, his plans, his struggles, his dreams, his ambitions, anything beautiful and anything ugly, everything all together. I want to be that person for him. And I can only remain that person for him if I'm allowing God to lead me and submitting under his obedience and his instruction, biblically and practically. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but I literally have the worst allergies. I do not sound like this on the regular, okay? It sounds like I have something stuck in my nose and throat. How ugly is that? I thank you guys for tuning in to another Damahya Talk. Check out the playlist for more of these types of videos, and I will see you guys soon. Peace. I'm out, Che.